Hi guys, and welcome back to Lingoni. My name is Jenny, and this is the first episode of our new video series, Studying in Germany. In these videos, we're going to take a look at how to plan your studies in Germany, how to choose a study program, how to finance your studies, how to find accommodation, how to get a German visa, and last but not least, how to learn German. We're really excited to work together with our new partner, studyingingermany.org. If you haven't checked out their website yet, you can go to the description below and click on the link, and you'll find tons of information about everything you always wanted to know about studying in Germany. All right, so in this first video, we're going to take a look at the 8 steps you have to follow in order to make your dream of studying in Germany come true. Los geht's! Step number 1 would be finding the right study program and the right university. So you may already have an idea of what you would like to study based on your personal interests. Maybe you were good in science at school or really strong in languages, or maybe you're really interested in law. So if you have a basic idea of where you want to go in life, that would be, let's say, the very, very first step. And then you can start looking at universities and study programs. In Germany, there are different types of academic institutions, for example, universities, and they're based much more on a theoretical approach. So if you want to study law or medicine or engineering, languages, educational sciences, art, or music, then you're going to find a lot of interesting study programs at a university. Then we have universities of applied sciences. That's the kind of university that I studied at, and they're much more focused on a practical approach. So the way it worked for me is I went to university and I also worked in a company. So there was a balance of studying at university and getting all the theoretical knowledge and then going to work in a company and using that knowledge in a real life situation. And that's how it works at a lot of universities of applied sciences. And they're called FH in German. At an FH, you can study things like business, technology-related subjects, also arts and languages, and computer science, amongst other things. And then we also have art and music colleges where you can study art, music, architecture, design, or fine arts. However, the admission at these kinds of institutions are really competitive. A lot of them require you to send a portfolio, and they usually only accept a small number of students. In Germany, you can do a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, or a state examination, depending on the subject that you choose to study. Step number 2 would be making sure that you meet all the requirements 2 weeks prior to the applications being opened. Meeting all the requirements means you may have to have a German language proficiency certificate. And if you want to do a bachelor's degree in Germany, for example, you're going to need to have a C1 level certificate. And you're not going to get that in 2 weeks. So actually studying German is one of the most essential things when you prepare for your studies in Germany. And of course, you're going to also need other documents such as report cards, diplomas, and certificates. Step number 3 would be learning German. And you shouldn't do this 2 weeks before applying. That's too late. You have to probably think about that already at least 6 months in advance. And even then, 6 months is not a long time to learn a language and to become proficient in a language. I would even suggest that you start learning German 1 to 2 years in advance before going to Germany to study there, because German is not such an easy language, and you need to invest quite a lot of time in order to have the knowledge, the German knowledge that you need to study at a German university. I mean, there are some programs that are taught entirely in English, but if you want to live in Germany for a period of time, knowing German is still essential. So make sure to think about that in advance. Step number 4 would be finding the financial resources that you need to study in Germany. If you want to come to Germany to study here, you need to have 10,332 euros saved in a blocked German bank account. So you need to show them that you have that kind of money before coming to Germany. And you need to deposit that money 2 weeks before you apply. So you should probably also think about that, not 2 weeks before applying, but months or even a year or two before applying, and start saving some money. But the good news is studying in Germany is free at public institutions. So that's an advantage to universities in the United States, for example. Step number 5 would be submitting your application documents. And I would do that as soon as the application opens. So don't wait too long, because there are a lot of people applying, and the sooner you apply, the better. Step number 6 would be getting a German visa. So as soon as you get your admission letter, you can make an appointment at a German embassy or consulate, go there, and then start the process of getting a visa. Step number 7 would be finding accommodation. And I would start looking for an accommodation 3 to 6 months in advance, because especially in big cities, apartments are pretty rare. It's really hard to find a room or an apartment. And they're also more expensive in big cities. So market is pretty competitive. So start looking for an accommodation well in advance. And the last step, step number 8, would be enrolling at your university. So once you have your visa and your admission letter and your German language certificate and all the things that you need, you come to Germany, and then you would go to the university or the institution that you applied to, and you would enroll there. In order to enroll, you need a valid passport, a passport photo, your visa or residence permit, your application form that you filled out and signed, degree qualifications such as report cards or certificates or diplomas, a letter of admission, and proof that you have health insurance. And that's pretty much it. I hope that was helpful. Make sure to go to the website studyingingermany.org. If you want more information, you'll find all the details there. You can download anything that you need in order to make sure that you're well prepared for studying in Germany. Thanks so much, und bis bald. Tschüss.